Now, what if we told you the secret to losing weight is all in your head? Our next guest says she's found the missing piece in the weight loss puzzle, and it turns out it's not what we're eating, it's how and why we're eating, and it's called neuroslimming. And Dr. Helena Popovic is back to join us and to tell us more about this. Dr. Helena, good to see you. Now, we often hear people say that, you know, losing weight is really difficult, but you say it's not, it's really simple.
That's because of exactly what you just mentioned. We've been focusing on the wrong thing. Instead of putting all our attention on figuring out what to eat, the solution is focusing on why and how we eat. So before you eat anything, just pause and ask yourself, am I really hungry, or do I just want to change how I'm feeling? In other words, am I eating because of a physical need or an emotional reason? If we eat because our body needs fuel, then we'll burn the calories and we're more likely to choose something nutritious. If we eat because we're sad, angry, bored, lonely, stressed, depressed, we're going to reach for the sugary, fatty, quick fix. If you've ever broken up with someone, have you ever thought, a nice plate of Brussels sprouts, that'll cheer me up?
No,
unlikely.
not exactly, no.
That'll keep me single.
So the first question is, you know, eat when you're hungry. So that's the why. Eat when you're hungry. Don't eat when you're not hungry. Now, sometimes the emotional drive to eat is really powerful and people say, but I still want to eat. Then focus on how you're eating. Pause, stop whatever you're doing and just eat. Don't eat when you're walking, driving, talking on the phone, checking email, thinking about the argument you had with your mother, berating yourself for your food choices, or contemplating the diameter of your thighs. Just eat. Put your full attention on the food and how it feels in your body. And when you really take in the smell, the taste, the texture, you will eat less. None of my patients can stop, find that they can finish an iced donut if they eat mindfully. They say, this is so rich, but I never noticed before. We don't overeat because something tastes too good. We overeat because we're not tasting it fully.
So what exactly is neuroslimming?
It's a word I coined from neuron, meaning brain cell, and slimming, becoming leaner. And it applies the latest discoveries in brain science to effective, sustainable body fat reduction.
So you're just being mindful about what you eat and how you eat, is what you're saying?
That is definitely a first step.
Sorry, I was just going to say, what's interesting about that is that if you have the time to sit down and eat, I mean, David and I were having this conversation with small children, you eat really quickly.
That's right.
Because you're trying to eat before the child wakes up, or you need to go and pick them up from school, or whatever it is you're doing. So it is hard.
It takes a conscious effort to say, this is how I'm going to structure my life. But once you make the decision, the commitment to something, you'll find a way.
But what if I choose to eat a bowl of M&Ms, one by one?
Try the experiment. Switch off the TV, I'm sorry.
No.
Just focus on each M&M and really allow yourself to enjoy it. Don't feel guilty, take it all in. I promise you, you'll stop eating much sooner than usual than if you just mindlessly eating it in front of the TV.
Because, you know, you were saying about, you know, the emotional reasons that we crave sugary, you know, fatty kind of snacks and things. Sometimes it feels like a physical thing. It feels like a physical craving.
Like I'm starving.
For sugar.
Yeah.
Sometimes that starving feeling is actually being starved of sleep. Now, I know this is a little bit different, but
I do eat more when I'm tired.
We do, because when we're sleep deprived, we wake up with abnormally high levels of ghrelin, which makes you hungry, cortisol, which also makes you hungry, and cortisol also leads to deposition of fat around the abdomen. Sleep deprivation is a risk factor for obesity. So sometimes when you're starving for food, you're actually starved of sleep.
This is all very fascinating. If you want to know more about this method, Dr. Helena's new book, Neuroslimming, is in stores now. Great to see you, Doc.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.